गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
Sanskrit language is a language which has been consciously structured by the rishis of India. Even the phonemes, their structure in terms of stanzas, benedictory verses, Vedic chanting and many other things invoke special types of brain patterns which transforms the individual to be a better individual. To borrow the Indian terms, I can say the animality in the human is removed and the divine is brought in, because the human being is a creation in between the animal and the divine.
All the knowledge that existed some 5,000 to 8,000 years ago, they have been transmitted by Shruti Parampara, which can be translated as oral tradition or listening tradition. You listen and speak. Listen and speak. Even the language is learnt like that only. It is not through script we start learning a language. The child learns its mother tongue just by listening.
When you do practice yogasana, it's a painful process in the beginning. But afterwards you find how happy it is, how unhappy you are if you don't practice. In the same way, chanting does it. And when you add meaning to the chanting and show how it should be applied in your life. See, the meaning, the philosophy of Indian system is not of the other world. It is how to live happily here and also go happily out.
Vande Gurunam Charanaravinde Sandarshita Swatma Sukhavabodhe Nishreyase Jangalikayamane Samsara Halahala Moha Shantyai. Vande means I bow down, I salute. What do you salute? Gurunam Charanaravinde. I bow down at the lotus feet of all the gurus, all the teachers. So Charanaravinde, Charana means pada, the feet. Aravinda means lotus. So Charanaravinde, at the lotus feet of all the gurus, I bow down. Why do you bow down? Why do you respect? There should be a purpose. Because Sandarshita Swatma Sukha Avabodhe. They made me understand the happiness in me. Nishreyase. For what purpose I should know that happiness is in me? Nishreyase. For freedom, for liberation. So I know that happiness is not outside, happiness is in me, so I am free. How did they do it? How did they show me, and how could I go through that path? Jangalikayamane. Jangalika is an herbalist, a doctor in the forest. The forest doctor uses only the herbs that are available in nature and cures any disease. So that way, Jangalika Mane here is for yoga. What all tools I have in my system, in this system, I use those things and get the release. I get the freedom. And from what I have to get out of? Samsara halahala moha shantyai. This samsara is life. The whole lifespan I have, and I have to face different types of happiness or sorrow, suffering, etc., etc. That way, halahala is the poison. The samsara halahala, the poison of life. Moha. So I am deluded. I am totally unconscious of the reality. So to remove, to pacify that moha, that which means it is delusion of this samsara halahala, the poison of samsara. So I have to get the peace of mind.
What could be the answers for the disturbance despite having material prosperity? Because India has been on this for thousands of years, they had the solutions. And the first basic, practical, experiential, trainable knowledge system is the yoga system.
If you are a human being, you have limbs, you have senses. All these things are your own. It is not separate. So that way, the Ashtanga, the Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, all these 8 are the limbs of yoga. So the whole totality is yoga.
So I need not be the master of all the yogic knowledge and then start practicing yoga. I can just start.
As Guruji was telling, for asana practice, it is always 99% practice, 1% theory. As you go on practicing the yoga, Ashtanga yoga, you transform yourself, you change yourself, and there will be the light of knowledge will be more and more. The light becomes brighter and brighter.
In a marketplace, if you have to call your friend across the street, you have to shout over the noise of the vehicles. It's very obvious in India. So, whereas suppose if there is no traffic, then even your whisper can be heard by your friend on the other side. So without wasting energy, the effect of communication is possible. Meditation is the way by which you reduce the noise in the system so that only one single idea, yoga, karma, kaushalam, she already said, is to bring the single idea into our brain, into our analytical system, into our motor nerves so that you can do the job efficiently. The Guru is only a means. He is not going to bring anything new into the student. He helps the student how to rediscover himself, how to know his inner potentials and use it to the best purpose of himself as well as the society in which he lives in. That is why from the time of human beings were created, this Patanjali's Ishvara, the controller, he is the one who comes in different forums to guide different cultures and different societies out of their difficulties. When they felt that they were bound, that they don't have any relief, that they cannot solve the issues and felt totally depressed, the Ishvara came in different forums, maybe in different garbs and spoke in different languages to many of the people to lead them with a hope for liberation and to rediscover the enthusiasm, the happiness that which is within themselves. When we teach the ancient knowledge of India, it widens their vision, their creative intelligence, so that they know how they can use these tools in a wider perspective, how to apply in different situations. I need not teach them all the situations and all the perspectives. If I show the vision, then his intelligence expands and he does the same thing. So you say, you do pranayama to get over cold. So you think always, when you get a cold, you have to do pranayama to get over it. But the pranayama that can transfer your mind, the pranayama that can take away your depression, the pranayama that can take away your addictions. But when I say these are possible, then you zoom in to a wider world than before. For that purpose, this knowledge is necessary.
Jnananandamayam devam nirmalasphatikakritim adharam sarvavidyanam hayagreevamupasmahe. Ya kundendu tushara dhavala, ya kundendu tushara dhavala, ya shubhravastranvita, ya veena varadanda manditakara, ya shweta padmasana, ya brahmachyuta shankara prabhrutibhirdevaihi sada pujita, sa mam patu saraswati bhagavati nishesha jadyapaha. Harihi